This is the just released, as it says, world's first versatile magnetic VND kit from Freewell. There's a lot in this that I think makes it worth looking at. Are you going to be putting down £300–400 on this thing? We're going to take a little look at this nice little kit and I'll let you know if I think it's worth getting. Let's crack this open then so you can see what you get. We've got installation instructions, there's a lens cloth in there, there's a video tutorial, sort of quick code stuff there, lifetime warranty, there's a good old lens cloth and filter guide. Nice tidy little package. Oh, some stickers as well, or decals if you want to be cool about it. And there's the main event. Now of course I've already been out and about playing with this, but I wanted to show you how it comes. Case, very nice indeed. I find the zips to be really nice and sturdy and should hopefully last a good while. Not a big fan of the printing of the logo, but this thing, you know, lives hidden away in my kit bag 99.9% of the time, so not relevant. Also no belt loop, but again, not worried about that. Now if we open it up, hopefully I've put them back in order, we've got a nice array of pieces, not just filters, because of course you've got the 77mm adapter ring, and as you'll see there's a VND base in there, so that's a one-stop VND base ring. And now you line up those points there and drop that in, a bit tidier than that to be honest. Then we've got, this is the Mist VND base, the one that I'm least interested in, but you know, as a complete kit it's very nice. You can see the magnetic fields are doing their thing already. We've got a magnetic cap, it's a different design to the previous one. It is what it is, you can actually see through this one. We've got a 2 to 5 stop, we've got a 6 to 9 stop, but if you flip them over you've got a CPL and an ND32 CPL. Very, very nice. Let's pop that back in. Let's get these all tidy and away. Now this comes at around $300 to $400, depending if you get it immediately, if you're an early adopter, or when it's in general production. As I say, I'm recording this prior to the launch, so I'm told it's going to be $300 on launch, possibly by Kickstarter, but by the time this goes out we'll know exactly, and it will be in the links below. And then up to $400 when it's in full production. I mean, $400 for all that, you know, it's got to be worth it, right? Let's carry on and we'll summarize it, and then eventually once you guys have got your hands on it, we'll have a chat about it in the comments below. Very first impressions then, very easy to use, very, I suppose I have to use that word, versatile. There's a lot going on in this little kit. Few little tweaks and quirks that I'll probably go on to mention, but let's get into the studio and calm down, look at the images properly, and then get back to you. After some use, the magnetic connections still feel very strong. Now in some circumstances, lining up these little A's to be able to select the right ND stop between 2 and 5 and 6 and 9 did slow me down a bit at first, so maybe the next iteration might have something tactile. You do have the grooves on the edges, but you know, maybe a little lever or something, or a different color around the A's maybe. If I want to get an ISO 640 at f5, you know, it's very difficult, but if I pop this on, line it up properly, and there we go, we're away. I think that is very simple, although obviously because it's a variable ND filter, in this case the 6 to 9 stop, and it's got that on the side that you've got to line up. You just got to get used to the knack of getting it right, which is fairly straightforward after a while, and then just pop it on, and the hard stops will let you literally feel. And even here, if you like, if you've hit that, in this case 6 or 9, which as you can see is too much at this ISO, but I know that I'm at 6 now, and of course if I wanted to select 7 or 8 without looking, you can't, so you just have to play it by eye, you know. But to all intents and purposes, it's a fairly nice shot, what with the clouds and the crazy sun. Actually, it's a very nice bit of sun. The base filters are a little tricky to get out at times, but that screw-on ring adapter is well designed with 2 notches at either end for security. You can get a nice little fit in there with the base filter, and of course after that you don't need to touch it, and that's if you choose to use them at all. One of them is the mist filter, which we'll take a look at shortly. Now the kit is super flexible to use once you get used to what's what and how it works best. But what about the all-important image quality? The filters work really well, and there are no real flaws to worry about when it comes to image quality. Now, I didn't notice any negative effect on sharpness across the whole frame using any of the filters in the kit. I did notice a slight greenish hue and a bit of vignetting at the harshest extremes, but there's nothing to worry about, nothing that can't be edited with 1 or 2 clicks in post. I have to admit I'm pretty new to mist filters, but they've been used in Hollywood for decades, and they can be very handy to get that softer film vibe that's often lost with modern, more clinical digital lenses. Now I find the one that's in this kit diffuses and softens the light really well and adds a nice touch of, let's say, mood even to an otherwise boring, dull shot. The magnetic system seems like it will last a long time, and it definitely makes life easier in awkward situations, saving knocking the framing out while swapping filters and actually facilitating a much quicker shoot using the darker ND filters such as ND9 that we've got right here. You're also saved from cross polarization, but of course going from 2 to 5 to 6 to 9 means a swap, but it's quick and easy on the go. So I think you'll appreciate that it's worth it. Now, the kit isn't perfect. There's a few little tweaks that need to happen going forward, but to get a set of filters at this quality separately, you're not going to get it for this price, as far as I know. So, you know, this one should serve most of us very well for some time going forwards. As always, links will be below. Thanks to Freewell for sending me the kit over and letting me be honest about this on this channel. That's all you're ever going to get. We're never paid for any of these videos. Sometimes it would help. All this light isn't free. But anyway, let us know in the comments below once you've got your hands on the kit. And until then, stay safe.